Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. Today I will give us a very synthetic global view of the difference between searching something in the world or searching who I am in reality. When you search in the world, first of all, for both you have to know what you search. When it's done, you have to, for the world, you have to acquire qualities. You have to acquire more knowledge. You have to dig into the subject you want to accomplish. Eventually you need even more ambitions to get new ideas. And it is put into time. For the search of who you are, you don't need to have the curiosity that was necessary for the world. You need fire for freedom. You need the desire to be real, to finally know what does it mean to know oneself. And curiously, that requires to feed less and less qualities. The ambition is transformed into the fire for freedom to attain that. And the new idea is that you are already that. You have not to attain anything because it's not in time. So we can say it's like an opposite direction given to the mind. As long as the mind has some power, then to know yourself you have to give the direction of losing its power as reality, in negating whatever you have known so far. It cannot be it, because I hear it is ungraspable, cannot be grasped by an experience or knowledge or feelings, because I am it. I have not to become it, I am it. So it's only the mind with its concepts which looks like veiling it, and that's why one searches. So it's all about the mind here. And when I say the mind, the body is included, the emotional heart is included. Whatever appears is the mind. So to ruin the so-called reality of it, one has to be aware or very clear that this mind depends on I, on the owner. And what is the owner? Is I am born. And based on the belief, I am this body-mind. So that has to be questioned. It's a new thought in a total opposite direction than the flow of the world. It goes back, let's say, to the source from where I rises, where I disappear. So the quality here is to want to realize this life in 10 years, let me fulfill a few things before or now. And anyway, it will always be at some point just now. And you can say just now when you don't listen anymore to difficulties and arguments of your mind, then it will be just now. Because the delay of this journey to realize is because of the mind which delays. Yes, so many good reasons for it. And in satsang, it's an opportunity to expose the difficulty that the mind presents, because otherwise you are already what we speak about. You are already that cannot be described. That also is a very, very different subject, because in the world, at least you know into what you go. Here it's totally unknown. If you have anything to add to these comparisons, welcome. But more than that, see what your mind makes out of this search. How does it delay you to just not listen to it now? And as long as you don't question, which is not seen so easily, as long as you don't touch this I, the subject of the search, you will search. And if you search, better to have a perfect knowledge of the subject, being clarified. And here it is not in adding knowledge, but the knowledge is acquired by giving up previous concepts about things, about yourself, about the life, about what has to be. So, more emptiness in the mind, better clarity. And when you have a better clarity, it makes probably more sense to question the owner of the mind. Hi. Ah.
My self-created set of circumstances that I find myself in the world.
Yes.
I don't want anything from the world, but it feels I'm having to go dig deeper into the world to extract myself from it somehow. I don't know if that
I think it is just the opposite. It's what you think, it's maybe what you hear around you. But more you dig, more there will be something to dig infinitely, and more you are eaten away by your circumstances. But if you want to be out of it, I think just respond to circumstances as a body-mind, but inquire, who am I? Am I this body? Am I this function in the world? Who am I in reality? It is that which will extract you from the reality of your person, to allow self-realization to reveal itself, by itself, through itself. So now what you will choose? Which concept you will choose? To dig or not to dig?
I'd like to say not to dig. Whether I fully believe that I'm capable of that, I'm not sure.
Don't doubt. Don't doubt. You hear. It's another voice, no? It's the voice of the wise. You hear, don't dig. Otherwise you feed away again the person you think you are, and you know where it leads you. That's why you are here after all. To see if there is some other ways there. Is it totally like this reality? Yeah? Okay. So, you never have been belonging to circumstances unless you speak of your body-mind, the person you think you are. When you don't think, what happens? Like that. Doubts are winning the fire for freedom. Know it. Doubts may be very, very good to search at some point in the beginning. I doubt about the world. I doubt this is real. I doubt there is only enough this, enough of that. This is only, I don't know, it's enough. I doubt, you see? But once you know, or you are, somehow you trust, or you want to try at least this last trial. I want to hear what, after all, what it is said regarding realization of the self. Then you have to quit your doubts. And that brings more fire for it. Then you really fully go for it. Hmm? But you see, I'm not asking people to leave their family and to be detached. Don't misunderstand. You can function. Doesn't matter the means, you see. You can function and yet being very busy to try to solve this question. In you. Nobody will see it. Don't worry. Yes, hi.
Could you say something more about the concepts of our life we have to give up?
I didn't say to give up the life, that's what I just said now. You don't need to give up your personal life, But if you want to realize who you really are, you have to inquire about, I think of myself like this, you see, and whatever will be presented, you negate. I'm not that. To arrive to this question, but then who am I in fact? Who am I in fact? So it is to, on the way to give up the concept that the appearance is real. But still this body being part of this appearance will function. Yes.
Yeah, my mind is a big fighter, so it's very difficult to see it's not me.
Well, even if you are a peaceful one, you have to say, it's not who I am. So the difficulty is because you prefer even to be a warrior or a fighter than to be free. So make your fire more towards freedom and remain a fighter if you like. Be careful. Yes. Hi. Oh, a little louder, please.
Yes. When I just keep quiet and I don't listen to the mind and there is no mind, I don't know if this is a good direction because I stay like in a platform, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was some days in this platform, and I said to me, it's not that. And then I asked me, in this platform, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know if it's like that, is that the direction, or there's something else, because I'm a little bit afraid that just being in this platform and being good, because I'm fine there. I'm feeling fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you are vigilant. Already you see that you are not on a
It's not
platform.
that, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that is not that. And I asked me in this platform,
Yeah.
who am I? Yeah.
Don't be in the platform. We are competing about our English. So let's take it. On this platform. It's a very good direction to ask, who is on the platform? You see, when you speak of no mind, it's right, but it's not the no mind mentioned by Ramana and Papaji. You see, because there is no observer in real no mind. Now you observe, there is no mind. Yeah, so you still observe a mode of the mind. That's why you speak of form plata. You're right. So don't bring the observer with you. Yeah, yeah, sure. Hi. Cool. Huh?
The observer that observes everything that I see. How can you go beyond that if you already asked on that point who is observing? It's still the observer.
Yeah, so you keep quiet then. You keep quiet. You don't hook at a thought which comes just after.
Ganga,
Yeah, Rishi.
when the doubts are dropped, it's at the end of seeking.
If you don't catch another doubt, of course, because what is seeking, it was based on a doubt. I'm searching, I'm seeking, because I doubt I am not at the right place, or I am
Yeah.
not what I think I am.
And the doubt can be dropped like that. The
Yes,
doubts.
my dear, prove me. Otherwise, you see, you will ask this question again and again to some other teachers and so on. It will ruin your heart. Because the doubt survives more than a bullet. A bullet kills you at once, a doubt kills you many times. So you have to give up a doubt, and when you give it up, it's because you really see, oh, I am feeding my mind.
Yeah.
It's not the way. So surely, I'm trying to be radical now. I am not going to feed my mind. It is of no help here.
Yeah, that sounds very simple.
You doubt about it?
No doubt.
You're surprised about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, be
because
surprised. Be surprised. And never come back from that surprise. You want to come back?
No, I don't want to come back, but
It's too late, doesn't matter. Tell it now, it's too late. But
it's not so much a but. It's more
what?
that point to quit doubts seems to like wipe the slate clean. This seems to override everything in a way. Like, do you understand my point? That seems, with that direction or approach, then
Then you are free. Yes.
If there is no observer and no mind, how do you sense the difference between no mind and never mind?
Let me think. If there is no observer
No
and
mind.
no mind,
How do you sense the
but
difference?
who is asking the question then? If there is no observer, and there is no observer because of no mind, where is the place to ask the question? To whom it happens? Where did you go again?
Yeah, mind.
What you will get with another answer, for example, is to bring you back where you could eventually describe, okay, there is no observer, no mind, and it can be the final dot, final point, you see, full stop. But if you go on with the mind, you will get anyway the same answer after some time. Again, you will go to a thought appearing, and then what? It will never stop. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
But what if your life requires a lot of mind?
Yes.
My job,
Yes.
I work as a scientist, as an engineer.
Yes.
It's also
You hear? You hear?
sorry, my job
Yeah.
requires a lot of mind,
Yeah.
and it also requires a lot of fire to be able to learn and
Yeah.
to solve this kind of questions.
Yes.
And it is, as you said in the beginning, like two opposite directions, you know.
Yes, sure. Sure. But you see, you will be a better scientist if you are devoid of the anxiety to make it in your job. So it doesn't mean that you have to leave your circumstances, that you have to leave your jobs. That's what I say from the beginning. You have to leave your family. This is a part of detachment for the yogis. We are not going into yoga here. We are trying to realize what's already realized actually. So, in other words, it was called know yourself. Know who you really are, not the self as a psychological self. The self is just the way to say what's real. What's real. Do your job. Here you need to dedicate a split second to it. It troubles you then?
Sorry, I don't understand. What?
It needs a split second to dedicate a time without catching your mind. The rest, work. Doesn't matter. But will you believe? The world doesn't give a split second to it. It's very, very difficult. Because of our ideas, because of our ignorance or confusion, or attachments or desires which are more than the desire to realize it. That's all. Yeah? Split second. I tell you, it makes wonder. just so that you know that that which the why since the beginning tried to indicate is. It's there, it's always there, just so that you know it exists. But instead of dedicating a split second, we immediately go to the argument of the mind. Oh, it's also a new concept. Oh, it is this or this. Endless thoughts. We are bound by our thoughts. You want that? We are enslaved by Mr. Tyrant the mind. You want that? Then suffer more. Because you see in this duality, pleasures is there, of course, but as much there is suffering. It's the duality. So if you are not sure about it, sure, go for the duality, see by yourself. It's part of the journey. You have to see. But at some point, it's possible that it comes to you. I cannot continue like that. There must be something else. There must be something else. And then this makes sense.
Sorry, it's like, but the question for you is,
Well, could you tell maybe? Yeah, what? What's the question?
oh yes, when you ask yourself the question, who am I?
Yeah.
When you go for that search, do you identify then as a seeker? Because I understand now the separation of observer and to leave the observer. I understand that. But when you're asking the question, who am I? Who is asking that question?
The observer.
It is the observer. So to ask that question, you need to go into the observer. Ask the question.
Oh, it depends where you place yourself. Anywhere you place yourself. For example, I have pain in my leg. You can also ask, who has pain in the leg? Who? The pain is in the leg, in the body. Who thinks he is a body? You see, you don't need to make necessarily all those steps which are expressed. Sometimes you just burn steps. Sometimes you go more directly, sometimes not. The question is to question the owner of things, of experiences, of knowledge, of feelings. But know that this is only for one purpose. It is to realize what's real, to realize what is always there, like a substratum of all things. Yeah.
Gandhi, would you help me now to ask who am I in the right direction? Yeah.
So just quit that question. What happened? You see, the mind is compared to a jungle. And as one thinks he's lost in the jungle, he needs a machete. You know what is machete? Kind of primitive sword to make its path. That machete is, who am I? Now, what is the goal? Is not to listen to the mind. It's not to listen, I am lost. It's not to listen, oh, I have a good machete to reach the right place. Actually, it's not to listen to the mind. But as you can't. You can do for a while, but not for long, because I is dual, is in time. So all his attainments will be in time. So, be as you are without I. And as soon as the description rises, let it rise, but don't go there. Otherwise, again, it is a concept, a new concept, which is formed. Any creation becomes a concept. Just know that. Yeah. Hi.
He's he asked how can he do to have better ideas?
Better ideas? Not to think for a moment, and then what will come after will be a better idea. That's what Einstein was doing. He was leaving aside his research, and suddenly when he picked up his mind, he had very, very good ideas. Is it Ignacio or Sergio? Sergio. Sergio is the eldest, huh? Yeah. Hmm?
He said that he never can stop thinking.
Yeah.
And how he can stop thinking.
Yes. I will give you a toffee. And that toffee has the shape of a mantra. I will whisper in your ear. Yes, between you and me. No, later. It's okay. It's so quick, huh? It's already amazing at this age to see that one thinks all the time. It's amazing. I never knew that so young.
doership. But with every giving up, a new doership is created, and it goes there. Yes.
You forget to keep quiet when you do once. Right? To give up the doership, you means to give up what? What is the doership?
Yeah, it's the when I feel I'm surrendered, then a doership is created. Okay, I did something.
I.
And
The
I.
doership is I.
Yes, it's
Yeah, to the sense of I,
the sense.
which looks so real. Yeah. Okay. So you say that you can give it up at times. Yeah.
Yes.
But you forget to keep quiet once you give up. You immediately jump on the next. You see? Even if you have to keep quiet at least at the first rising after that. And then if you have to do it again, maybe you will like it so much that you will not take the 2 seconds to at the risings after that. And then that impact, you see, of really keeping quiet means of not touching the mind, will be looking like more real than all the rest. So Ramana Maharishi gave us that amazing subjective tool, the question of who am I, which was known since long, but he extracted from scriptures and made it alive again. But Papaji added something as important: keep quiet. So try again.
Can I ask another question?
If you like.
In life, I experience like it's like kicking boundaries. Yeah, to be alive means kicking boundaries everywhere I go.
Right.
How is it possible to live without this experience of boundaries?
When you realize yourself, then the life will look like let's say a natural flow.
So every action is perfect and right then, and finished. No desire. It should be more this, less that.
Don't worry about that. If it is a natural flow, means very welcome to what is presented, and when it's gone, very well gone. Not bad.
I experience these days more playfulness in life.
What? Yeah.
What does it mean? What is the difference between going back and the full stop?
The mind makes the difference. So it means the mind has still the power to make you listen to. That's all. You know, about the mind, there was a very nice meeting with Papaji from a unknown seeker who came, and Papaji ignored him a bit in the beginning, looking like he was making him walking in the noisy street of Bombay and doing this and that, absolutely uninteresting things for a seeker who came from very far, especially to meet him about that. And he got quite discouraged. And so I encouraged him to stay one day more. He was there for 3 days, so I said, one day more. Because I knew the ways of Papa. So the 4th day, after lunch, same. Just before Master took his nap, he rushed into the room and said, Master, it doesn't work with me. I know you are a master, but I must say I'm exactly the same as I came. And Master stopped everything, looked at him, and said, don't compare. That was it for him. Because we live in our mind, you see, full of comparisons. He got the message. Don't compare. Then, where is ignorance? Where is liberation? And then he left the next day to give space for others. So know it more and more and more and more that it is only the mind which makes trouble about the search, non-search, and whatnot.
Kamra.
Hi,
This story fits a little bit to me right now.
a little bit.
It fits to me. So at the moment I fed up with asking myself who I am, and
it's really boring.
yeah, because I don't know who I am, or the I may be surrendered. He doesn't know who he is or whatever. And then I see always a jumping on this and this and this, and it's really boring, yes. But I see really.
But who told you to
search?
search? Who told you to search and to find? It's all in the mind, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So why do you still listen to the mind? Because you place your life in the mind. That creates the confusion.
Yeah.
What?
Before it was really like a roller skating or roller, and now I could throw up. Maybe then everything is out. I don't know. Yeah, it's, and I see it's still in the mind. Sure, yes.
Then why you listen? Tell me now. It's exhausting to listen to that mind.
Yes.
So? Why do you think you are a victim of your mind? You must like many things in it then.
Yeah, but if I do the self-inquiry, it's still in the mind.
No, but I told you not to do that now. I said don't listen to your mind.
Yes.
For a while, don't listen to your mind. Then
It's more quieter.
more quiet, then you will make it again a something. You
Yeah.
don't answer with your mind. You know, it's amazing. There is a magic. There, any expression comes, it becomes something, and you land there, or that's your experience. Even if it appears, so you don't go there. Be freed from comments. Yeah. Do you like to listen? I don't know, you call it in English, the generally old, boring lady who takes care of buildings, and concierge. They are known to blah blah all the time. But maybe she is there, but you don't listen. You don't listen. Even if she is young.
Chatting box.
Raman is there. Okay. In Italy, chatting box. Yes.
Do you know who you are?
I don't know who we are, but I know who I am. Not with my mind. That's sure. If it was an answer from my mind, I would say I don't know what it is. That's why it is called to realize what you are. You see, it's an answer. Realization is an answer which is before the mind speaks. Yes, I was waiting. Yeah.
What can I do?
Huh? Please, what?
The only thing
Ah.
what I can do
Yeah.
Csak kilépek önmagamtól, kilépek az elmétől, semmi más nem.
to step out from the mind.
Acceptable. So, where are you now?
Ezzel akkor nyugodtan kicsit vízek lennének. Szóval folyamatos. Ez egy elcsendesülök, de ez újra ismétlődő folyamat lesz, ebből más csinálni, de nem tudok más csinálni.
For me, it's like a repetitive pattern of small glimpses. But again, the thing starts.
Yeah, because, okay, you are already very lucky to have glimpse, but you say very well it's a glimpse. When one says it's a glimpse, it's because it goes away, or it's not just there now. Huh? And how you make it a glimpse? Tell me now. You know very well what happened that this is not realization, but an experience of it, a glimpse. What happened to make it a glimpse?
Rálátok persze. Nagyon intenzíven megszakítom a folyamatot, erősen megszakítom a folyamatot, és mert erre rálátok, és meg tudom szakítani a folyamatot.
Translate, please.
Ezért meg tudom hagyni.
Since I can see what is happening in the mind, then I am able to quit it for a short time, for a very short.
Yeah, but I ask why it becomes a glimpse. What happened there that that it looks it's no more there now. What happens?
Újra belefolyok a gondolatmenetbe, hogy elviszem az én műsorba.
Because I go again into the flow of the mind, or I can say I believe.
Exactly. You catch a thought. You catch a thought for real. Instead of, okay, there is a thought, why not? I know it's not real. Your background is not solid enough. You have to get that wisdom spontaneously. Something appears, it's not it. I'm vigilant, it's not it. To at least try to keep quite where you always are. The habit is to jump immediately. With the inquiry, at least you are like, I know who I am. I still go a bit in my feeling that it is, I have to be vigilant, but at least you know it's not it. You have to use your wisdom. Yeah? One day that whole thing goes because it is so obvious. But if it is like this, don't complain. You know very well it's because your wisdom is not enough rooted and spontaneous then. Yeah? It's coming. You come to satsang. Yes. I remember the non-stop of flow. Huh? Before. Thank you very much.